Albert Einstein, the mind that reshaped reality. Albert Einstein, a name synonymous with genius, but behind the legend was a boy dismissed as slow, a young man rejected by schools and jobs, and a stubborn dreamer whose ideas forever bent the laws of the universe. Early life. Born in 1879 in Ulm, Germany, Einstein was slow to speak. Some feared he had learning difficulties. Teachers saw him as lazy and rebellious. One famously told him he would never amount to anything. But curiosity burned in him. A compass at 5, a geometry book at 12, mysteries that fired his imagination. He hated rote learning and rigid authority, preferring independent thought to memorization. Einstein wasn't failing because he was unintelligent. He was failing because the system could not contain his questions. Rejections and the patent clerk. In 1900, Einstein graduated from Zurich Polytechnic, but he couldn't find an academic job. Professors didn't support him, and he was rejected from teaching posts. For years, he lived in poverty, tutoring children and struggling to support his new wife, Mileva. In 1902, he secured a job as a patent examiner in Bern. It wasn't prestigious, but it gave him time. In the quiet hours between reviewing inventions, Einstein thought, scribbled equations, and dreamed. The miracle year. Then came 1905, Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year. In just a month, he published 4 revolutionary papers. He explained Brownian motion, giving proof that atoms were real. He revealed the photoelectric effect, showing that light comes in packets called photons. He introduced special relativity, proving time and space are not absolute, but relative to motion. And he gave us the world's most famous equation, E equals mc squared, showing mass and energy are 2 forms of the same thing. From a clerk's desk, Einstein cracked the foundation of physics, not slowly, but in a single blazing year. The Nobel Prize and the photoelectric effect. In 1921, Einstein received the Nobel Prize in Physics, not for relativity as many assume, but for explaining the photoelectric effect, showing light could act as a quanta or photons, a cornerstone for quantum theory. General relativity redefining gravity, yet Einstein wasn't finished. In 1915, he unveiled general relativity instead of Newton's invisible force. Gravity was geometry. Matter curves space-time, and space-time tells matter how to move. In 1919, during a solar eclipse, scientists confirmed his prediction. Starlight bent around the sun. Overnight, Einstein became a global celebrity, hailed as the successor to Newton. Personality and character. Fame never changed his essence. Einstein was eccentric. He hated socks, loved sailing, though he couldn't swim, and played violin passionately. He was stubborn, blunt, and had little patience for authority. His wit, warmth, and humor made him beloved, though his personal life was complicated. Failed marriages, strained family ties, and passionate affairs. Einstein's mind was revolutionary, but his heart was human. Playful, flawed, and endlessly curious. On March 14, 1951, Einstein's 72nd birthday, reporters swarmed him as he left a party at Princeton. Tired of endless flashes, he made a face sticking out his tongue. The photographer Arthur Sayce captured the moment, and it became one of the most iconic portraits in history. It wasn't just a joke. That single image showed the world Einstein's playful defiance, the genius who refused to take fame too seriously. Beyond relativity. Other achievements. Einstein's genius stretched beyond relativity. He made key contributions to quantum theory, even as he questioned its meaning. He introduced the concept of stimulated emission, later used to invent the laser. He proposed the cosmological constant to stabilize the universe, an idea revived today in dark energy research. His insights touched every corner of physics, from the quantum world to the birth of the cosmos itself. Politics, war, and exile. As Nazis' power rose, Einstein, a Jew, fled Germany in 1933, settling at Princeton's Institute for Advanced Study. Though a lifelong pacifist, he co-signed a letter warning Roosevelt about nuclear weapons. Yet he later regretted this, becoming a strong advocate for peace and global cooperation. Closing legacy. Einstein died in 1955, but his legacy endures. GPS systems correct for relativity daily. Black holes, gravitational waves, and dark energy all trace back to his vision. He was more than equations. He was imagination embodied, a man rejected and doubted, who proved that curiosity can bend reality itself. He saw simplicity under complexity. He taught us to doubt, to imagine, and to test. That is the gift of Einstein. Not just equations on paper, but a way to see the universe anew. Thank you for watching. See you next time.